Hello everybody. Today we are making coffee while we are camping. You see, we are camping right now, so I decided that I would want to make some coffee for my parents. First, we are going to fill up a pot with water because today we're going to be filling up a pretty big mug. Today I need 16 ounces of water. Here's a flashlight to see. Next, I'm going to take my coffee maker and split this up into its 3 parts. First, we're going to fill this part up with water. We're going to fill it up till that little dot that you can see right there. It looks like I went a little bit over, so let's dump some out. That part is now complete. So now we're going to have to fill this part with coffee. Before we fill this with coffee, we're going to have to start to boil our extra water. And we're going to boil all of our extra water that we have. We attach it to our camping stove, and now we have to turn it on. Turning it on can be a little bit tricky sometimes, so I'm going to do this very carefully. So first, you're going to want to turn our nozzle on. There we go. And if you can see it now, there's a flame in there. All we have to do is click the little spark button right here on our camping stove and turn the knob. We're just going to want to make this boil, so I'm going to turn it up to a really high heat. Now that our fire is going, we're just going to have to wait for the water to boil. So I'm going to put on our lid while that happens. Today I'm going to be filling up this cup. While the water is boiling, we're going to take this and put it in here. Oh, it looks like the water just started to boil. Now we're going to pour the water into the cup that was just boiling. And then quickly put on the lid so that it doesn't become cold. Now you're going to want to take your grinded coffee grounds and carefully put them into the maker. And make sure to pack them in too. You want them not too tight, but pretty tight, so that because the more coffee grounds you get actually in here, the better your coffee will be. Once the coffee is packed in there completely into this canister and the rim is clean so that it will fit, you can now put the top part onto it. So you're going to have 2 layers. On the bottom, you're going to have water, and then on top of that, you're going to have your coffee. Now we put on our coffee maker onto our camping stove, and let's just try to make this not fall off. Now we're going to turn it on. Okay. We're going to keep this at like a medium-high heat, and we're going to keep the lid open. If you have the lid open, you'll know when the coffee starts to become ready. The coffee will come out of this little thingy in the middle and pour out the sides. Oh my gosh, our canister just ran out of gas. So we're going to have to get a new one to attach. Here's our new canister. Okay, our coffee is going now. out, I think it should look like this. And you're going to want to hope for lots of bubbles to come out of the little spout. I think if you pack in the coffee more, it might give you more bubbles. So, yeah. So let's just let this run. Also, if it starts to get like spray like this, you're going to want to put the lid on so it doesn't splash around everywhere. And then once you start to hear kind of air just coming out, we're just going to turn it off because then they're going to smell. Okay, so now we're going to start to pour our coffee in. We're going to hold the lid so it doesn't spill, and we're going to go slowly so it doesn't spill back. Make sure to hold it not on the metal so that you don't burn your fingers. And we're just going to pour all of this coffee in until there's none left. Now we're going to pour in some half and half because that's what my parents like.
Good.
And that's it. That's how you can make camping coffee. Bye-bye. See you next time.